Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, evening. Morning, evening? What time is it now? What time are we on? 4:20, I knew that. How's everyone doing today? It's a blue vest, it is. I have been in Nottingham. I have been playing at a Magic the Gathering Standard Showdown tournament, sent there specifically by the Wizard of the Coast. He sent me. Did I win? It's more complicated than winning and losing at these events. That's a very simple question to ask when the answer is more nuanced than don't so know me. There's layers to this. We'll get there. I didn't lose. Did I not win? It's more complicated than that. What is winning? Technically, maybe the real friends. The real magic were the friends we gathered along the way. That's what it is. Right, allow me to explain what happened. I rock up. I walk in. I step in now. It's a cowboy theme set currently for Magic the Gathering, so I step in, open the saloon doors, everything goes quiet. Guy playing an old-timey piano in the corner stops, everyone turns around, looks at me. Tumbleweed blows past. That's what happened in my mind. Sit down, play the first game. And you know what happens with the first game? I win. There's 12 people in this tournament, and I win the first game. Oh, hell yes. Goes on to the second match with the second opponent. You know what? I win the second match as well. This, unfortunately, now means that I'm paired up with the people who have also won their 2 matches, and they're really good. So the third game, I lose. And I'm thinking, okay, not a problem. We've lost one. It's not an issue. We can carry on. The fourth match, there's only 4 rounds in this tournament. I lose that as well. And you'd be proud of me, because I pride myself on being the most whelming Twitch streamer. Well, now I can say that I'm the most whelming Magic player, because I came 6th out of 12 people, which means dead middle. That is neither overwhelming as a result, nor underwhelming for what you expect of me. That is truly, that's a good point. I literally 50-50'd the tournament myself. 50%, 50%. Is that a whelming story? Do you guys want some Fallout? Let's play some Fallout. I bet you were the best looking. I wasn't. There were some gorgeous people there. There were some beautiful people there. Every single person that I sat down to play against, lovely person. You know what? They were skillful, they were knowledgeable, and this is the most important thing. They were polite. This is what I like about the Nottingham guys, okay? They want to win, obviously. Thank you for the hype train, by the way, on Twitch. They want to win. But they want to win properly. They don't want to win by cheating. They don't want to win by a thing called angle shooting. Angle shooting is where you're not technically cheating, but you're trying to gain every advantage you can over your opponent, even if it's in an immoral or unethical kind of way. Cheesing. For example, I have a creature on the board, and if my opponent targets it with anything, they have to pay 3 life. So my opponent casts a spell to kill this creature. Now, I could let that spell resolve. I could let the creature die, but I could then say to them, you've got to pay 3 life. But it's important to say to them first, just so you're aware, that thing has an ability that's going to make you pay 3 life if you want to do that. And they go, oh, thank you for making that obvious. I won't do that. Okay, cool. I don't want to angle shoot my opponent into a victory, into a defeat or a victory or whatever. I want to make sure that I've got the information, they've got the information. And there have been times when my opponent played a creature and I tried to do something to it, and they said, just so you know, that doesn't work how you think it works. If you go through with this line of playing, this will happen instead. And I gone, okay, cool, thank you for explaining how your creature works. I will take that back. And we played a fair, honest, genuine, decent game of Magic. Now, some of those games I won, some I lost. But what was important was whoever won felt that they deserved the win. And whoever lost didn't feel cheated for that loss. They felt that they were outplayed, but they were not specifically tricked into losing, which is very important in card games. It's a gentleman's way to play. You never want to trick your opponent and win through that. You can bluff, you can say, hey, I might have a cool card in my hand. Are you going to play around this? Or you're not. But if they ask you a question, hey, how does that work? You explain it to them. You know what? You know who taught me that? You know who taught me that you need to always believe in the heart of the cards? Yami Yugi taught me that. Yami, important chap Yugi. It was genuinely friendship. Yeah, a good championship needs no dirty tricks. And there have been times when I played a spell which does 2 positive things for me, kills an opponent's creature and gains me life. And I've killed that creature and I've forgot to gain life. And like 2 or 3 turns later, my opponent's gone, oh, by the way, you should have 2 more life than you currently have because you forgot to gain life from that. And I'm like, oh, goddamn, thank you. And I put the 2 life up. Now, sometimes that helped me and allowed me to win. Sometimes it didn't help me and they still won. But the important thing was they told me that I'd missed that trigger. And they allowed me to go back and allow me to do that. Yeah. It's another very important thing with card games. And again, sometimes you get Magic groups that do this, sometimes you don't. But it's super important to me that you actually communicate what you're doing to your opponent. Have you ever played a card game with someone that's Magic or Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Pokemon or Digimon or whatever, and your opponent's just doing so much stuff so quickly, tapping this, drawing this, flipping this, doing this, attacking this, just incredibly quickly, and you're just sat there going, I don't know what you're doing, and I don't know if you're doing it properly. Well, I tend to play slightly slower, and I will actually say to my opponent, this enters and this happens. I will tap this, I will do that. Then I'll do this. This will affect this. And I talk through every single thing that I do, and when it comes time for my opponent to make a choice, they have got all the information they need to make that choice with. Which I think is important. If they don't have all that information, then how can you trust them to make the right choice if they don't have all the information?